Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we're gonna check new kit from Special Hobby. But first, as usual, let me invite you to check video review with this manufacturer's kit, which you can find on our YouTube channel here. And of course don't forget to visit our website, which you can find here, and of course you will be able to read full review of this kit with detailed photos and text in English and Russian. This kit, this particular model, is a new tooled 32nd scale model which copies Yak-3, and now it's released in a special edition which is called Normandie-Niemen, and it's high-tech edition. So approach is similar to the previous Tempest, and we have some extra parts which are displayed here. So you can see that there are some cockpit elements, wheels, radio receiver, exhaust and gun muzzles, and even masks for clear and some external parts. From the other side there is some information about the kit, that it's limited edition of this kit and it will be available in few pieces. So, but no worries, there will be some other editions with the same plastic. This is a top opening box, and inside on the top we find assembly manual. Then all sprues are packed into one plastic bag. Note that transparent is packed into the separate. All resin accessories are packed into the separate package as well, and of course decals come in their own plastic bag. Here we have assembly manual. This one is typical for Special Hobby. As you can see, we have here a short history note. Then there is a parts map. Note that there are some parts which won't be used because they are replaced by resin parts, or maybe they are not suitable for this version. Assembly process is explained with help of those nice colored images, and as you can see they look quite nice and understandable, and I hope it will be easy to get what you have to do on this or that step of the assembly. And note, by the way, that cowling section is molded, top cowling section is molded as a one-piece part, so you won't have seams in that area, but we will check it later. Here we have masks, application guide, and then we have marking options. As I said, this is a special edition which is dedicated to the Normandie-Niemen, so we have all particular marking options. There are 4 of them in total, which are connected to this topic. And here is the 5th marking option. Next we have transparent plastic sprue. As you can see, it's packed into the easily openable bag. All transparent parts are molded in excellent quality. I can say it's straightforward. And manufacturer offers 2 types of the canopy, so for different approaches. Just give me a second, I will focus the camera. Now you can see it. So as I said, there are 2 different types, one for the closed canopy and one for the open canopy. So obviously the 3-part canopy will be used for the open cockpit aircraft, and here we have some transparent parts for the landing gear lights and some other elements. Next we have resin parts. I just need to find a special tool which will help me open this plastic bag. Nevertheless, let's go to the plastic sprues, which are packed into one plastic bag. And here you can find different parts. Already I see one broken element, but nothing serious, it's just a small piece of plastic sprue. And here we have one piece lower wing half. Note that even though this is a 32nd scale, we have molded in ailerons and flaps, and separately molded air intake and wheel wells. Molding quality is quite nice. As you can see, there is even riveting replicated and recessed panel lines. Inside I don't see any positioning elements, so you will have to be let's say careful with alignment. Attachment points, as you can see, might be also requiring your attention and due care, because otherwise you might break the part. Next we have plastic sprue with fuselage halves. Here you can see it. The same approach to the detailing. As you can see, recessed panel lines and riveting. As I said before, separate top cowling section, separate rudder, and here you can see the cowling section. And inside there is almost no interior detailing. Note that there is interior detailing for the rear wheel well. As for the interior, this one should be assembled separately, and parts for interior you can find on the separate plastic sprue here. So as you can see, all those frames are molded as a different, let's say, again, separate plastic elements, and you will have to improve them and upgrade them with PE parts. Next we have plastic sprue with landing gear parts. As I said before, we won't have to use wheels, we won't have to use exhaust tubes, and otherwise everything looks quite fine, and with careful separation you can get a nice result. Next we have plastic sprue with tail wings. Note that each should be assembled out of 2 pieces. The same can be said about propeller, because here we have separate blades. Here we have the base plate, and here we have the propeller hub. So you have to be careful with alignment. And here we have landing gear covers. Note that they have riveting on them, which looks quite nice. Don't forget that this is a 32nd scale kit. And last but not the least is a top wing half, which is also molded as one-piece part. We have here some detailing for the wheel wells, and we also have here the base for the cockpit. As I said before, ailerons and flaps are molded in, so no retractable elements on your aircraft. Maybe, I hope there will be some upgrade which will make it possible to retract those parts on your model, but now there are no such upgrades available as far as I know. Next we have, as I said, resin parts, but just give me a second to open because it's closed with paper clip and it's quite difficult to remove. Here you can see it. Okay, we have done it. As you can see now, it comes under CMK brand, so they decided to brand it. It's just easy to open, and then we have here masks with PE parts and resin parts. Just give me a second to open first plastic bag. Here we have masks for the wheels, for the canopy, and for some other transparent elements on the aircraft. Unpainted PE thread, which should be used for the seat belts on your aircraft. And of course resin parts are packed into the separate plastic bag, so just give me a second to open them. Here we have different elements which were mentioned in the beginning. So landing gear wheels, here you can see them. I'll zoom in camera, and I can say that detailing is very nice. It is visible on the video that there is a walls detailing and any other features carefully copied in resin. Here we have some cockpit elements together with radio receiver. Next we have exhausts, which are molded like this. And then on the bottom of the box we find decal sheets. So as you can see, there are 2 of them, and they carry all necessary symbols for 5 marking options. As far as you can see, it will be possible to replicate all marking options because we have different stripes here and all symbols. So you might be in a situation when you will have decals ready to be used on some other kit. Maybe there will be simpler version released in the future, maybe some other edition of this Yak-3 kit. So it will be quite interesting to see. Just give me a second, I will remove the smaller plastic bag. Note that both are printed in Edward, so printing quality is very nice. Here you can see the first one, which is smaller, and here we have different stencils, stars, and even large decals for the rudder. And then we have large decal sheet, which is dedicated to all white symbols. So as you can see, we have here different types of stripes which can be used on the aircraft, and all numbers which should be used on this aircraft. So that's all for this video review. As you can see, this is quite nice kit, and it will be available right after this review will be online and you can buy it on the official Special Hobby shop. I think that this is a quite nice alternative to all available Yak-3 kits, and I hope that we will see some additional upgrades, such as, for example, flaps or maybe some interior footage, which will be released maybe by Edward. So thank you for watching. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion here in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video as usual. Bye!